Hi everyone, so we're back. It was a lovely weekend. I hope everybody had a really great time. It was nice weather for a change, which was good. We had a barbecue. In fact, it's August, and this is the first time we're having a barbecue. It's just a little bit worrying. Anyway, not to worry too much. So where am I? Right. I've been slack. Last week, it was an alright week. It was pretty busy and I was a little bit tired for some reason. And I haven't done much of my kind of blue sky thinking on my YouTube channel. It's still coming along. I'm currently going through, the section on thumbnails and oh god, I hate thumbnails. I hate doing thumbnails, that they're never quite right, but then I don't have the time to spend on them, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to try and do a bit of a tutorial on thumbnails, but one trick I'll just tell you about briefly that I learned while surfing around trying to find out a little bit about thumbnails was that it's a good idea to go and take a screen capture of your subs page, so all the other people's channels you subscribe to, load that up into your editor, your graphics tool like GIMP or Photoshop or whatever, and then open up your own thumbnail as a separate layer, and then basically resize your thumbnail so it sits over one of the thumbnails that's in your subs list, and have a look at it and see what kind of impact it has. And one of the things I've noticed with mine is that I don't think I'm making the text big enough. They stand out because they're a little bit different, but the text isn't big enough, and I need to go huge with the text so it stands out in the small size window that it's in. I really need to kind of beef up the text size a little bit. But I'm still struggling through thumbnails because I always have problems with thumbnails. It's a bit of a time consuming task. I always try and set up for each series I do, I always try and set up like a default kind of template in GIMP, and then just kind of really easily edit it. So the thumbnails I'm using for the vlog series, all I do is go in every day, I just change the text, vlog number whatever, and then scale it and save it out, and that's all I do, and that takes me probably about 2 minutes, and that's great. But if the thumbnail's not really up to scratch, then that can be a bit of a problem. So I need to properly look at my thumbnails and work out what I'm doing as a longer term strategy. And it's one of the interesting things about trying to follow Tim Schmoyer's kind of guide is that actually it points out stuff to you, and you probably know already that you're not doing it right, but the fact that it's part of the workbook makes you really think about it and focus on it so that you can kind of suss out what you're doing. The other thing, at the moment, I've just got too many little projects going on and not enough time, basically. I think I mentioned it last week that I'd bought an old Xbox, which isn't working, and so it is a bit of a project. But actually, for me to spend time on it I'm actually finding it really difficult to find a bit of time, even just like an hour, to get going with that. And the other thing I had to do this afternoon, or this evening before I recorded this vlog, was I've got some small little spotlights which I use, but they've got stupidly short power leads. So I took the one I was using apart the other day to see if I could make the power lead longer. Of course that meant when I came to do the vlog this evening, I didn't have a light, so I had to dig out a light and kind of put it all back together so that I could record. It's just one of those things. It's just like, yeah, never mind. What else is going on? So quick update on where I am, and I know I said last week not to look at numbers, and I'm trying to stick with that. But every Monday I'm just doing an update. I've got 95 subscribers now. I'm not really quite sure where they're coming from. I need to work out analytics. I have very little understanding of how YouTube analytics works, and I really need to get that sussed out. So we're up to 95 subscribers. Twitch hasn't changed very much, nor has Hitbox, but that's fine. That's not really the main focus, so that's okay. And with the YouTube thing, I keep thinking about how big a milestone 100 is. It's not very many in the grand scheme of things, but it is a milestone for me. So that's interesting. So I'm hoping that's going to come up in the next few weeks, and I might do some kind of special video, although I'm not really quite sure what at the moment. So this week I've really got to buckle down and do some stuff on the YouTube channel, try and get through thumbnails and work out what it is I'm doing wrong and how I'm going to do that. And I might spend the rest of the evening this evening kind of hacking around with my thumbnails to see if I can get them looking a bit better, probably while this is rendering. And then, yeah, digging around with the rest of Tim's book. I will be streaming again this week on Twitch again. I really want to get Black Mesa finished, so hopefully I can do that this week. There can't be too much of it left, and I'm still loving that game. Still think it's brilliant. Excuse me. And over the weekend I did get a chance to play a very little bit of Rare Replay. There's some fantastic nostalgia in there. I tried to stream that on Thursday and it didn't go very well. But yeah, I'm really nostalgic, but also looking at some of the games I haven't played, like Viva Pinata. I never played that, and Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. I was playing a bit of that yesterday, and they're all classics. They all really are really good games. And okay, they're appeal to different age groups and stuff, but they're good games, and there's no getting away from that. And I think it's a remarkable value for money. Apparently, something I didn't know as well is there's something like, I think it's 10,000 gamer score available in that game. So if you're an Xbox 360 person or an Xbox One person, you get your game score, and I think there's something like 10,000. I've only got like 35,000 for the whole number of games I've played. I think there's 10,000 available, so that is mad, absolutely mad. Right then, so yeah, this week we're going to be doing vlogs every other day again, like I did last week, because that was working out better for me, and hopefully it wasn't so boring for you guys. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers.